And here we go, flight number 5 on the PC21. You see how my my battery bay is a mess. I don't care. I don't care about that kind of thing. Here's that little box I was telling you about. It's down here. There are 4 slots for lights. You can put lights on this thing easily, like it's already wired for it. I love it. Good job. Good job, FMS of old, in my opinion, of course. Okie doke. Now, hey, don't get me wrong here, okay? On the last video, I talked about how that 1.2 meter T28, I didn't like it. This plane is real similar, okay? It's got, you know, the flaps, it's got the retracts, but the servos are better. The retracts are the same kind of hard plastic crap that I was complaining about in the T28 in the last video. But this is $100 less. You don't need to do the upgrades that I did to make it fly well. I just did it for fun because that's what I do. I would pay $100 more for this plane over that 1.2 meter T28. But I think they've got their stuff mixed up because that one cost me about exactly $100 more than this plane did. That's bind and fly from Horizon Hobby with tax, and this is plug and fly from Motion RC, and they didn't charge me tax or shipping. E-Flight didn't charge, Horizon Hobby didn't charge me shipping either. So so take that with a grain of salt. Anybody who actually watches this video and is looking for something in this price range or this capabilities range, if this is an option for you, I would pick this. I don't know if I'll say that I would pick this over any of the 1.2 meter Warbirds because I haven't flown them. I haven't flown the Mustang or the P39 or the I can't remember what other ones they even have, maybe a Spitfire or something like that. But hey, look, here I am running my mouth again. Buy this plane, it's a good plane. Bye. So I just kicked half flaps after takeoff. No, I don't like that. I wanted to see how it flew. I was really surprised when I first started flying this plane. Excuse me. There's very little elevator throw, but it seriously has very good elevator authority. With that long body and that really short elevator throw, I did not expect that, to be honest. And it's very good. It's very good. I've kind of laid off the forums lately. I'm just kind of bored with it. But when I was reading and posting a lot on the forums, a lot of what I would see is people kind of dumbing down their airplanes, you know, using super low rates, super high expo. I'm not that kind of pilot. And this isn't bragging or anything like that. I'm not trying to sound better than anybody, but I've been flying for at least 25 years, maybe closer to 27. And I learned on planes that didn't have any of that. There was no low rates. There was no expo. On some of them, you didn't even have elevator control. It was just a pitch. A pitch, what am I saying? No. It was a thrust angle so that when you throttled up, the plane would pitch up. So I literally started on a 2-channel airplane where you had throttle and you had very rudimentary rudder. It was a V-tail called the Fighter Bird, and we got to where we were flying the wings off of those things, but we never had any of that stuff. We never had the gyros or the expo, and while I 1000% support what those things have done for our hobby, I like a plane that responds to what I tell it to do immediately and hard. Every little movement you see on that plane is like, if I could show you my hands right now, I'm barely moving the right stick. It's like millimetric movements, because that's what I want. I've even used negative expo on some of my planes because I want that responsiveness. And I honestly thought with the throw of the elevator and the length of that body, excuse me, I really thought that I was going to have to do some kind of engineering on this to make it fly the way I wanted to, but it didn't need anything. The elevator authority is incredible. It can turn on a dime, bank and yank, and if you mix in some rudder too, which I'm not that great at, but I can kind of do it, it's really agile for its size. Not for its size, just full stop. It's really agile. This is one of those planes that no matter what you want to do, it'll put a smile on your face. Much like the Cobra from RocHobby, the 980mm. The Striker, I'm a big fan of the Striker and always have been. I'm really sad they discontinued the Evolution before I could buy another one. That's another one that my transmitter issue killed. So if you figured out yet, I'm not very smart. I crashed 4 planes before I, came to terms with the fact that it was my transmitter causing problems. I wish I'd have sent my controller in sooner, but of course I didn't. I'm dumb. All right, 395, 399 across the board. We're gonna go again. Flight number 6. What can I run my mouth about now? Those flaps are cool. They're like, you see the control surface and you expect that to be the flaps, but it isn't. The hinge is actually up farther. I like that, it's cool. I think I need to adjust my front wheel a little bit, but that's real easy to do. I really like this plane. It isn't what you expect. Because this is kind of like a, I guess you'd call it maybe a commercial warbird. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. I kind of expected it to be sort of stodgy and dull, and it isn't. It isn't any of those things. It's nimble, it's quick, it's responsive. I haven't done anything at all about like, oh, let's take it up high and see how it handles a stall or anything like that. I just don't feel the need to with this plane, you know? It's so good. Talking about this plane like it's really good and everything, and then I'm just flying it like this. Now you can see there, the roll rate isn't crazy, but you know what? Who needs it? I don't need it, not on this plane. This is not a bad way to spend a Monday morning. Monday morning? Sunday morning. What day is it? Oh my God. One minute. So, on the off chance that anyone watches these videos, I'll say again, if you are eyeballing like a 1.2 millimeter warbird, save yourself a little money. I think these are still right about $205 if you can find them. They're worth every penny in my book. "20 seconds. Gear down. I'd like to figure eight around here and come in from this side. Give me some half flaps. Just good. Alright, I'm gonna kill this video, taxi back, and fire up another one here in a second.